for strength, pray for provision, pray for health, inshallah. So we're starting immediately. We don't want to waste time at all. And I would like to call on the National Daba Officer for Nursery Life Society to please give us a prayer. That is Imam Abdulkarim Raji.
الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله وحده أنجز وعدا ونصر عبدا وعز جندا وهزم الأحزاب وحدا لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين الدين ولو كره الكافرون. Almighty Allah, the Lord of incomparable majesty, we thank you, Allah, for bringing all of us down to this place. We did plan to be here today, that we are gathered here today. We have every cause to be thankful to you. We commit this program into your hands, Allah, because we do recognize that whatever that is committed to you, that whatever that is entrusted to you, will be fruitful and productive. We pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you bless this program. Our agency, ASALATU, is embarking on a new project. You understand this project even better than ASALATU. We pray that you grant us success. We pray that you grant us your divine togetherness, that you make this experience a successful one. All the individuals who are to be part of this project, Allah give them the wisdom, give them the wherewithal to make this project a reality and not just Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوا على النبي الكريم.
Thank you very much. The National Daba Officer for Nursery Life Society. Thank you. So yeah, like I said earlier, we are converging right here, just so we check with ASALATU Communications. The organization was born in 2018, and since then we have been trying to make it a terrestrial radio, and that is 97 FM, inshallah. And so now we are moving on a transformational journey. May Almighty Allah guide us through. May Almighty Allah make it easy for us, inshallah, and make it one of the best that NASFAT is going to go forward. So now we want the introduction to the South. There's no way we are going to do it just the way you do it yourself. But because of time, I'd just like to take the mic and tell us your name and your destination. That's all. Your name and your destination. We want it to be self because we want to hear it from our mouth. And so it's not just about working with ASALATU Communication, but only that activity. It's also about the social gathering, so you can network. So when somebody mentions something that has to do with you, so just put it down right now.
Just release that.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm already reviewing the banana.
Ayọ̀dèjì Abdulwahid NASFAT President, Echala Stavro.
great one. Thank you.
I'm the chairman of the Sinking Board of
Directors.
Board of Directors.
Thank you.
My name is Mahmoud. I'm a lawyer and I'm currently the company secretary of Sinking. Hopefully, I will also be a potential investor.
Mashallah. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Libya. I'm representing Ogoni. I'm a researcher and personal capacity potential investor. When has not given any directives regarding his own
Mashallah.
today I'm Professor of Journalism and Development Communication. Plus.
Mashallah. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. All right.
I'm Abdul Raji, NASFAT National Dawah Officer and Secretary to the Mission Board Society.
Mashallah. Thank you.
My name is Tajuddin, the National Membership Secretary.
Mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm very sorry. My name is Abdurrahman Lainka. I'm a journalist and a researcher. I'm here to invest in the human capital of success.
Mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Jalila Sadenio. I'm a board member of NASFAT.
Mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm a member of the board of NASFAT.
Great. Mashallah.
My name is Yusuf Sulaiman. That's why you're doing treasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
I'm Shamsuddin Owolabi Hussein. I'm the National Public Relations Secretary of NASFAT and a board member of NASFAT.
I'm a member of this one.
My name is Ayo Adi Mohamed Al-Akib Amin. I'm a member of the welfare of NASFAT.
Thank you.
Ajiroba Maruf Adedoku is my name. President of Nasrullah.
Mashallah.
Alhaji Shakrudin, the director with ICAM and the National Treasury Secretary of NASFAT, and also a potential investor.
Mashallah. Thank you very much.
Chairman Consent Anniversary Committee.
Allahu Akbar. Congratulations.
I am Dr. Akim Iwale. I'm the CEO of Marble Capital and a potential investor.
Mashallah.
My name is Mubarak Hamid. I work at Marble Advisory Limited, where they advise us to the safety policy.
Thank you. My name is Fadiru.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Minat representing the National Women Affairs Secretary.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right, thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Shakridin Bankole, Operations Manager.
Mashallah.
Adekola, Admin and Finance, Lassiter Communication Limited.
Mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Alamin Olujade, member of NASFAT.
I'm ASALATU. I'm one of the youth member of NASFAT.
Thank you. My name is Kafaya Lebre. As you know, I'm going to be the host of this program. I'm a freelance journalist, I'm an educator, I'm a public speaker as well. I'm also, all right, inshallah. So let's keep it that. I love the way the introduction was brief and very long. So if you have not actually put something down, sorry, because I have seen like 3-4 people that will definitely try to connect with before the end of the event. Thank you very much, Jazakallah khairan to you all. Yeah, it's Ramadan, it's an iftar program. It's Ramadan season. It's a season of love, a season of joy. So I'd like us to loosen a bit. We are not having, it's a serious business anyway, but I'd like us to loosen a bit. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to be happy. And it's okay to, let's lighten it up and let's make ourselves happy, inshallah. So on this note, I'd like to go to the next item of this agenda, and that is to listen to our dear father, who is going to give us an iftar gist. So at a gathering like this, to continue to hear the words of Allah, to encourage us, probably to touch our hearts so that we will understand better why we should be one of the stakeholders at NASFAT Communications, inshallah. So I'd like to invite our dear father, the Chief Missioner of National NASFAT Society, Imam Maruf Onike Aziz. Just 5 seconds, inshallah. Thank you, sir. 5 seconds.
I make it family, inshallah. ولا يكون إلا ما يريد وحلوا لما يريد يولي ويريد مالك لملك ذي الجلال والإكرام ونصلي ونسلم ونبارك على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه first without any beginning. It's the last without any point of termination. Allah does whatever He wishes. He never makes any mistake. Whatever Allah wants to do with you, whatever you want to do will never come into existence. The leader of all leaders, the giver of all kings, the master of all masters, the judge of all judges. Yesterday, He controlled heaven and earth. Today, is the one controlling heaven and earth. Tomorrow, He controls the heaven and earth and He made in His hand. After Him, He remains king. We seek Allah to be faithful. On our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may Allah bless him, bless companion, and the family of the Prophet. Allah said in the Quran, وَمَنْ بَعْدَ أَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ بِسْمِ اللَّهِ الرَّحْمَنِ الرَّحِيمِ وَمَنْ أَسْلَمَ مِمَّنْ الله بغافلين عما تعملون الله بغافلين عما تعملون. Quran chapter 2, complete part of Quran chapter 2, verse 140. This is the fifth list I will lecture today. I was spoken at headquarters, I was spoken at the NASFAT branch, I was spoken at youth lecture. And I'm here. Being in 5 places, there will be little impact. Imagine my presence in those places, it is done, it has been done on the media by a radio station. You know the audience that message will have reached. I was rushing from one point to another, one point to another, one point to another. At the end of the day, look at the much and the impact I would have made if I had spoken on. And that is why we must invest in this initiative. Who is more in jobs?
ومن أسلم ممن كتم شهادة عنده.
Who is more in jobs than he who hides the signs of Allah that he knows? He knows Islam. He understands Islam. There's no proposal. In NASFAT, we do have a concept character self-assessment test. To testify, we have done 3 today. I have another set of 17 questions. You can ask yourself questions and answer it yourself. One of the signs of selfishness is to want to enter the paradise alone. That is the peak of the sign of selfishness. Allah says, who's more important?
ممن كتم عنده الله وما الله بكافر عما تعملون.
Usually feast for God. You see them in the morning, you know, 7 o'clock, go to work. You see someone talking along the street, nobody will stay with him. We see him talking. And you are amazed. Why is it the only one talking? Nobody is listening. They have told you, go and feast for God. It's our responsibility. Allah says, who is more just than he who is not doing that thing?
ممن كتب شهادة عنده من الله.
We know the fact, we know that Islam is good, we know that we practice Islam very well, better than them, we know the issue of keeping it ourselves. Allah says you are unjust, and nobody is more unjust than you.
وما الله بكافر.
If you have no means of doing that work, you are wicked, you are selfish. You are one love, I'm not ignorant of what you do. You can say you love Islam when you want to enter the paradise again. ASALATU told you that the place is not special, the place is not special in your community. How many people have known Islam through us? If you invest in this, one person in the interior village of Rema becomes a Muslim because of the message he hears on the media, and you are one of the facilitators, you will be surprised. How did that play a role? You invested in the media. You are now a message to get the look and craving of the places in Southern region. How happy are you going to be on that day? Before we read out that poetry to conclude the lecture, read that one is mandatory. I'm not communicating. Prophet said that you and me a message for me, just a pass or a statement for me. I spent 80 years, 70 years on earth. We are not complaining Allah. It's a commanding statement. Everywhere.
ولو آية.
Statement from me. And if you invest in this initiative, it's not only one message you are going to communicate to people. As long as they are hearing program in that channel, and people are listening to it, Allah will tell you that these are the messages that reach people through your effort. How are you going to feel on that?
Through your investment.
If you invest in this initiative, you are promoting cost-effective dawah. I've moved around. I've been to 4 places. This is the 5th place. Imagine the kind of energy I've used the kind of time I've used, the kind of stress I've gone through. If I have been provided with a platform that can transmit my message without giving me the comfort of my room, or just moving to Duketu or Oride to relay the message, the impact is more felt, the message will reach wider audience, and I'm going to get better rewards. I will conclude with the fourth question by one Arab poet. What is this? A lot of things that people will have access to, which they won't have access to if we don't have this kind of initiative. I pray to Allah to give all the resources to be part of the success story of this initiative. Allah make it easy for us. We know we have been unjust. We have not been on Dharma. We have been unjust. We are not praising the We want to enter the paradise, we want to enter it alone. That is the peak of selfishness. And Allah forgive all of us.
Can you please shout Allahu Akbar? I think we should do better. So personally, I said that was brief, it was apt, and it was concise. As I picked mine, inshallah, I'm going to stop. Allah make us one of those who we have the opportunity to be part of the success story of Lasilkin Communications. And so, on this note, we are moving on to the opening of NASFAT, our own Alhaji Abdul Rahu Ayodeji. Thank you. We can say Allahu Akbar.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Only Allah make it possible. Today I'm speaking, and I'm so excited that we're starting it now. And our CM has started so well to give us this platform. As an investment banker, what I say, I was going to start marketing the products that I've seen is good for us to buy. I've experienced, I was part of the investment of Eagle Radio of Shivshegodebami. The Eagle Radio of Shivshegodebami started now quite long through the times of COVID. Today is one of the best radio all around, and the combination that Eagle Radio is doing with NTA, you know, that late hours, midnight, 12 midnight, there's a sports programs that go on NTA now. If you are listening to Eagle Radio, you'll be watching that on the NTA. And NTA couldn't really understand how Shegodebami could thought there won't be audience at that 12 midnight. But the kind of audience that NTA have is quality audience. And that gives attraction to that. And that let me understand the value of what media can do for us as a society. As my CM has said, we'll be doing that one. And we are all already complaining that our children, the new generation, the Gen Z, are not following us to ASALATU. I think if we have the media, the platform for them to even have NASFAT content, a lot of them should join us, and it will be better for our society. And that is the market we are looking for. So my own is simple. This is the month of Ramadan. This is one of the Sadaqah Jariyah we can do. If we invest in this media, we're going to have a lot of Sadaqah Jariyah, you know, when we live. Because what I've done in Eagle Radio, that's like a token when we started, it now looks so big. Because the man insisted that it's not we as person that must invest. We must invest for our son. He picked his friend and said all his friends must invest for his sons. So it's our children that owns that radio station, you know, and it's already growing. So this is another one for us in NASFAT. Every one of us, not just yourself. Look at your children, they're going to grow and make this Lasilkin when it's growing. This is the best time to invest and plan for it. You are already ready. Some of us are already close to our retirement. We say we don't have no benefit. but let's invest for our children and generations to come and improve Dawa more, because we have seen it. Kin Media is the alternative to new NASFAT. I call Kin Media the new NASFAT, where we can put all the content of NASFAT that a lot of younger generations are tired of. They can't sit down for hours like we're sitting down. Maybe Kin Media will be able to provide that alternative. So I'm employing everyone that is here. First, thank you so much for being part of this at a short notice. I want to employ us to invest, and I want to thank the directors that have started partly this since 2018. It was so tough. With times you have to sacrifice your time, your talent, your own treasures over time. Now we're getting there gradually. We want it to be the best in the radio sector, and it's only we that can make it possible if we all decide to push. So I call on every one of us, to your wife, let your children best, because it's the future generations of Kin Media.
That was a very beautiful one from the NASFAT president. Yes, Alhaji Abdurrahman Fayoje Jazakumullah. He mentioned that Lasting Communication started in 2018, and if you are wondering what it is since then, yes, they have actually tried. We have a very good studio in Asheshe along Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Mowe Bafo, face Nigeria. And then, yes, they have been trying as much as possible to push everything that is good, inshallah. And there are so many other things we'll be doing because of the events, and I know that they actually trying. But with this, like I said, we are moving on a transformational journey. And then, inshallah, may I make it easy for us to be part of those who will have the opportunity to be part of the success story. So one day we sit down and say, yes, sometimes it's 2025, and somebody will say, no, I think it's 2025. I say, no, it's 2025 because I was there. I was there live when it started, and then I was part of it. I know the nooks and corners, and today, here we are, inshallah. So this, we pray that Allah will accept from you and I as an act of ibadah, inshallah. Thank you. So now we are moving on to the remarks by the Chair of Lasting Communications. We have been able to give you an overview, and this man has been behind the company for the past 7 years. And I tell you that sometimes he has to go out of his way, probably from his pockets, or at the expense of his family, to ensure that the organization keeps running. So I want you to, with a very loud Allahu Akbar, welcome with me Alhaji Isiaq Ajibola, who traveled this morning from Abuja to be part of this event.
You know, Alhaji Ajibola, you know Daily Trust? Daily Trust started in a small box, because this is a company that I followed from the beginning. You know, maybe as an investment banker, watch all those startups the way they are. And when they started Daily Trust, it was like it's not possible. Today, Daily Trust are taking over the whole of the north. You can't see most of our punch, most of our this in that part. This is the man that the transformer of that newspaper that started it and make it feasible. Yes, a lot of people say that is print media. This is broadcasting. It's quite different. But what we are talking about is the kind of experience transfer we need to have. If we put all our resources right, we'll get this company right. And I'm very, very sure of this man. And that's why I can stick my neck out for him, and we're going to roll this. Thank you.
So can we say Allah?
Takbir. Takbir. The president of NASFAT, my dear brother Alhaji Ayo Deji Abdurrahman. And I want to say that he has corrected me one or twice that his name is Deji, not Ayo Deji. I want to corrected. Share the media company. So whoever is writing his name in media. Our dear Ustaz, members of NEC, brothers and sisters, ASALATU. It's my pleasure to stand before you this evening to give a short remark on Lasinki. Just to say a little bit about the past of Lasinki before we go to this place. It's actually, it has not been a very smooth journey. I've been on the board since 2019 or so. Who was very committed, Engineer Bola Renwa, who was also the former president of NASFAT, who was our chairman of the board before he resigned. And he did all his best, including financial commitment, and did his best, and decided on me to be the chairman of the board. And since that time, we have been meeting and meeting and meeting and meeting. Especially, in fact, there has never been a normal board meeting. As we know in corporate governance, board meetings should be once in a quarter for board. Meeting fatigue. I'm sure many of the board members will attest to that. So, and I want to, at this juncture, to thank the board of directors, and I also want to showcase them because they are people who have achieved in their professional standing, so that the investors on the board, and because when we were doing the introduction, some of them were not here yet. Walking this meeting, and at this juncture, I want to. So, and I want to start with Dr. Tunde Akane, Professor Tunde Akane, who is a media. So I want to say thank you for what you have done in contribution to Lasinki. Our sister there, Sister Jelilat Adenia, just to tell the governor to write it off, to write the whole bill here off. He's not a member of NASFAT. She's been very, very supportive from the government house, and she's an accountant with Lagos State government, and has been on our board. Very, very useful. And of course, our indefatigable Alima Ojetina. I'm sure all of us here know. There are one very silent person you may not know is that he's a media professional. She runs her own company and she has achieved a lot in that field. So you are welcome, and we're very proud of you. And of course, Brother Samuel Okolao is a very those people who know the politics of Osun State, we know him very well. He's a prolific writer, he's a journalist, accomplished journalist, and he's also on the board of Lasinki Communication. And of course, our brother who is a member of NEC, Sam Sudin Hosseini, and who is the National Publicity Secretary of NASFAT. And of course, I will not forget to recognize the presence of our company secretary, Elijah Alabido. He doesn't want to stand up because he doesn't see himself as part of the board. Well, you are, because this is a legal matter. Whatever we want to do, we have to ask you whether it's correct. So please sit down. Thank you very much, Board of Directors. We started with online. As you know, we're running online. We invested in equipment, and NASFAT has been supporting us. They give us money. We bought equipment for about 15 million naira. And when we started, we thought we were going to capture the whole of Lagos or even beyond Lagos immediately. But it was not easy at all. Many people to buy data. By the CN. We don't have the money. But we know money, if the idea is good, the money will come out. So we got to write a report. And the consultant told us, look, terrestrial radio is a very good run it well. He said if we run it. And one of the consultant was consulted for them. And he did all his best to tell all the Then on the 5th meeting, people who are in diaspora and this time. So these are the programs we have lined up for this raising of capital. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I haven't taken too much of your time.
Journalist, like Alaji said, that was brief, it was concise, and it took us through memory lane. Thank you very much, Dr. Karen. Yeah, I wish we had enough time. We could have taken us through the in-depth of where we are coming from. And so on that note, I'll in just 2 minutes, I want somebody to please tell us how the whole journey started, where it started from. Because when communications wanted to, when people said, if we don't write our story, people will write the story differently. They will write what they understand about us. And as it is, you see, Islam is broad, NASFAT, and people are even writing, and they are doing a lot of researches as regards NASFAT. Students are writing their projects, they write about NASFAT. I've gotten about 3-4 people saying they want to have an interview with me because they're doing a research, or probably they're writing a project or something and they're working on NASFAT. They want to know what NASFAT is all about. So at that point, I was saying, if we don't project ourselves, if we don't have an online presence where people can get the right information, they will only write what they understand. So some people came together and said, okay, it's going to look like a private organization that they are going to start. And then some people, we call them the initial shareholders that started our organization. And those 3 people, we are very happy that they are here right now. We have Alaji Busare, the former NPRS. If he's here, he's not here. Okay, may Allah continue to bless him wherever he is. Alaji Ayoade Amino and Oloye Remi Babalola, who right now is the Badabalogun of Ibadan land, and we are opportune to have him back. And so I'd like to invite him right here. Alaji Akinjide Bakari, congratulations. That's the word. Congratulations. So the 4 of them came together to birth this organization. So I'd like the Badabalogun of Ibadan land, Oloye Remi Babalola, in just 2 minutes to please take us through memory. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I don't know what to say in and I must say alhamdulillah that the passion the 4 of us had for NASFAT to have the media that to reach out to settle our story now come to fruition. When we noticed that the operation is back, 4 of us came together that let's put our money, let's set it up. With the intention that we needed to set up personally hand it over to our society at our own contribution. And that's exactly what we registered for and the commission. We handed it over to the society and that's how we took it up. So I was not only congratulate Ayode Aminu, Alaji Bakari, our brother Musa is another Almighty and giving good recovery. For the gesture and belief in NASFAT, for you to go for a big and now come to fruition. I can only assure you, I can assure this gathering that the 4 of us will not only invest, we will also be ready to spend our time, our talent, our treasure for the success of this organization. Once again, thank you very much. I congratulate to everybody.
Place where we want to sing as I said, when our contributions, when they continue to manifest, they are going to call us to the front and we'll be able to sing that song. So on this note, we have something on our table. That's a pamphlet that is put together by a professional. I know, as we've been saying, come and invest. The first person said, invest. I came here, I said, invest. Some of us said, I am a potential investor. And then at some point, you'll be looking like, shouldn't I take all our people over here, I'm invest in. You know, even the Quran has said that whenever you're going into a bond, you want to buy something, you want to buy shares, it has to be properly documented. So, and you know, NASFAT is, you know, we are very good when it comes to presentations, our documentations and all. And that's why we have that on the table, so that you can have an overview of what we are doing, how much you're paying, what the shares look like. And to do that for us is somebody who is a professional in that field. He has been here since morning. We have been going back and forth trying to put things together. And that is Dr. Akim Oniwole, the CEO, Marble Advisory Limited. He's going to be taking us through this in just a minute. Thank you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so I'll just make a slight correction. The name is Oyewale, not Oyewole. Akim Oyewale. Okay, I would like to start by thanking the Chief Missioner, who also doubles as the Chairman of the Advisory Committee of NASFAT for Marble Capital Limited, It's really been giving us a lot of support from a spiritual perspective and guidance. My President, thank you so much for believing in us. Our Chairman, thank you so much as well, and all the board members. But I think the 4 people that started last year deserve, let's just say Takbir, and let's say Allah Akbar for them, because they really have done something that is worthy. Takbir, we ask Almighty Allah to continue.
Members, the current board members of Lasilkin, I think that's really what we are talking about today. I have 5 minutes, and I have this presentation which you have on your desks. I'm going to go through them. So I'm going to highlight 3 key points. 3 key points. Number 1 is, if we are asking you to invest, as we're asking you to invest in Lasilkin today, who are those that will be superintending over your funds? Who are those that will be managing your funds? And I think that's extremely important. I mean, we are not asking you to bring money for someone to just ponder. We're not asking you to bring money for someone to just spend as they like. We're asking you to entrust your funds to quality people. People that are here. I mean, the chairman asked them to stand up earlier. And if you take the time to actually read their profiles, which we are going to go through, if you guys manage this project well,
it's going to be very successful. So who are those that are responsible for managing this project well? The first is the chairman, Chief, and Alhaji Isiaka Ajibola. I mean, he's been here, he's spoken for like 5-10 minutes, and you could see the quality of someone that is leading Lasilkin. He's highly competent, he's been able to deliver, as the president said, on Daily Trust, which is now the leading newspaper across the whole of northern Nigeria. You have Professor Tunde Akoni, who is not only a researcher, he's known worldwide. He has worked for organizations like the UNDP, DFID, he's a distinguished Japanese scholar. He's someone that has his name to protect. It's not going to allow Lasilkin to be mismanaged at all. You have Ajia Mukisola Saka, my sister, she's highly regarded the whole of the country. She's not only someone that is respected in Nigeria, but also outside of the country. She chairs the Communication Committee for Masjid 1001, and that says something. You have Ajia Ojediron Halimat. She's been with us all day, and like the chairman said, they've been having meetings almost on a regular basis on how to just ensure this that will become something of a success. You have brother Ajia Shafuddin Hosseini, who is also the National Public Relations Secretary of NASFAT. You have Alhaji Semi Kolawole Okolawon. You have my sister, Bukola Adeniro. We go way back. We went to school together. We shared the same birthday. So I know so much about Bukola, more than most people know, maybe except her husband. Then we have also Taiwo Lampade, who also is the colleague of mine as well. We went to school together. Now these people are people that are putting their names behind Lasilkin. I can assure you, in my years of being in investment banking, one of the first things you look at before you invest is the people that will be running the business you want to invest, no matter how profitable such a business might be. If the names behind those companies are names that are questionable, we advise you not to invest. Of course, if you decide to invest, you're on your own. Okay, so I'm asking all of you to please look at these people. I will request them to stand up one more time if they don't mind. Please just stand up again, the directors of LASILK. Please look at them. These are people that will manage your investment. They are not doing this for their sake. They are not doing this because they're going to be paid something substantial. You know, they are doing this because, like I said in the morning at the mosque, you know, whoever invests in this, you're investing not just for the rewards you're going to get in this world, but the rewards you're going to get in the hereafter. And like our CM said, you know, the prophets have asked us to ensure that we pass across, even if it's just a verse, from whatever he's telling us. And these people have volunteered their time, their energy to present over the LASILK resources. And I can assure you, they're going to make a success of it. You may sit down, sir. Amen. So please, that's number one. The quality of people that will manage the fund is top notch. The second reason why we are asking you to invest in this project is what will be the what are the opportunities, you know, that are going to be obtained by actually or tapped by actually investing in LASILK. And for that, I would like to hear. My colleague is already showing us the slide. So if you look at your presentation, that is slide 8. I said at the beginning, and when we had the session earlier in the morning, that's 360 locations. You know, you can say point of sale or point of contact in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria. What would if you could have a particular message being broadcast at the same time in UK, in New York, someone can listen to it in Abeokuta, you can listen to it in Abuja, in Lagos, both on terrestrial, on the terrestrial platform, in your car, online. You are listening to our Chief Missioner telling us about the values of Ramadan. Someone telling us about the value of Islamic finance. Someone telling us about the value of writing your wasiyah, writing your will in Islam. Someone telling you about the value of studying the Quran. Someone telling you about just doing the right thing to make sure you get the reward in this world and the hereafter. At the same time, we can reach millions of people. You know, I mean, we are all aware of someone they call Elon Musk. I mean, he's the richest man in the world today. Maybe not just as rich as Mansa Musa, but today he's the richest man in the world. And what is the biggest asset, the biggest arsenal that the guy has today? Is the acquisition of Twitter. He can say a word, he can write a sentence, and it goes by. With that alone, with Twitter alone, and using the network of Twitter, he was able to support and influence who became the current president of the United States of America. You can call him the most powerful. Man said, it is extremely important for us to be able to utilize our energy, our resources in the most impactful way. LASILK will give us that opportunity to do that, and the opportunities are immense. You know, terrestrial broadcasting, the revenue stream. So for people that invested just because they want returns, don't worry. You're going to get extremely good returns down the line, you know, on this investment. Then being on both digital and terrestrial platforms enhances credibility and brand recognition. Okay, so these are all reasons why we should invest in this project. The opportunities are immense. From a financial perspective, from a spiritual perspective, from a reach perspective, just being able to speak and people will hear you. If we're able to make this radio station the #1 radio station in Nigeria, you know what it means. Not only with people falling over themselves to advertise on it, people, those borderline Muslims, those people that do not know whether they should be Muslim or a Christian, even those that are Muslims but they need to be stronger in faith, we're going to be able to convince them. We're going to be able to have a lot of programs that will attract our youth. It's important that we must have, otherwise most Islamic organizations are at the brink of extinction. We think this investment will allow NASFAT to be able to bridge that gap, to be able to reach the youth, not only into radio, most of them don't have radios anyway, but they have the mobile phone. And we can bring forth proper programs that they will be willing to listen. We even ask them to be able to initiate programs, they be the ones running those programs and streaming them on our online platform of LASILK. So please, by investing in LASILK, you're going to do a lot. You're going to reach out to a lot of people. The final reason why I said you should invest in this, NASFAT, and this may sound a bit, how you look at it, you know, NASFAT is always at the forefront of being innovative. We're going to establish the first Muslim radio station. I mean, the president already told us about what Eagle Radio is doing, linking up with a lot of TV stations like NTA and being able to double, triple, the people that are listening to it. Nothing stops La Steel King, apart from being the first radio station to take advantage of such a scheme. And because we're going to be first, and we're not going to be the only person, we're going to allow other Muslim organizations to also be part of this. They can come and sponsor programs, they can come and present. We're going to be speaking with one voice. Our goal is to expand the reach of Islam, and that we can do by investing in this. So, my brothers and sisters, I've got 5 minutes, and I'll reiterate why, the 3 reasons why you should invest. The first one is your money is going to be managed in an efficient manner by people that actually have their needs to protect. So do not be worried. They will hire the best personnel. They will acquire the best equipment, and they will ensure the best strategies are adopted to ensure that this plasmiki radio today would not be what you're going to be hearing about it tomorrow. It's going to be a lot better. There will be collaborations across the aisle. There will be collaborations locally and internationally. That's the first reason. The second reason is that the opportunities for getting results, both financial and spiritual, is also immense. It's a lot. So do not worry if your goal is that I want to be sure that my returns come back. Put in the money in this. And we are saying to you, yes, we are saying the minimum is 5 million. But we are also made arrangements that if all you have is 100,000, we're also going to ask you to be able to put your money together and invest in this project. We already have all those arrangements, but we are looking to raise 300 million naira. Bukola has already said she's going to assist us. We're going to go to the Lagos State, and get some money. But you too, please write a check. Put your money where your mouth is. You believe in Islam. This is the way to demonstrate it. We're in the month of Ramadan. So please bring all the funds that you have and let us contribute. And finally, because we are number one, the result we are going to get in this is going to be a multiple. So do not be afraid. Let's invest. And if you have any questions, we are here for you. We've given you on the table the forms that you should use to make your investment. Because the investment has already started. The president and the chairman declared this open in the morning. They're going to do so again today. But you have the forms to fill. We have 2 sets of forms. And it's the same investment you are making. We'll just explain why we have 2 sets of forms here. One we write here Form A, and one we write here Form B. Form A is if you are going to invest a minimum of 5 million naira. And Form B is if you are investing less than 5 million naira at one shot. Now, why is there a distinction? We're going to explain now. Because, so it doesn't look as we are segregating. By Nigerian regulations, if you are going to invest in the private placement, the maximum number of investors must not be more than 50. Okay, by SEC rules and the ISA, the Investment and Securities Act of Nigeria. The number of people that must invest for a private investment like this must not be more than 50. And if we are raising 300 million naira and we are asking people not to be more than 50, there has to be a benchmark. Otherwise, if all of us want to invest 1 million, we need 300 people, and we're already been preaching the law. So that's why we put it as 5 million. That's number one. Now, but we also know amongst us, there are some of us that want to invest, and they don't have up to 5 million for this project because they're already doing a lot of other things. They have 3 million, they have 50,000, they have 500,000, they have 100,000. It's fine. So what we have done is, through NASFAT, through the approval of NASFAT, we have used an entity called Tastan Investment Limited, which is a subsidiary of NASFAT. So all of us are coming together like a mutual fund, and we're investing through Tastan Investment. So my 50,000, your 100,000, your 500,000, we're going to plug everything together. And we're going to get maybe 50 million, 30 million, 100 million, whatever we get. And we're going to come in as one under Tastan Investment Limited. But the registrar will have all our investments recorded in our personal names. Okay, so we're not breaching the law. So at the end of the day, we have less than 50 people, and we still have the 300 million that we are seeking to raise. So that's why we have 2 forms. Okay, so at the end of the day, that one will also fill Form A. But that Form A is now representing 100 of us under one name. Okay, while we have our name properly captured by the registrar to show that we have the same investment, when dividends are being paid by last thinking, all of us will get the same amount of dividend in relation to the amount we are investing. Okay, so if we still have any questions, I'm available. My team members are here. But we really love you all to please fill these forms. Those that can fill the forms, please fill them today so that we can get them. If you want to fill them tomorrow, it's available. We're going to share the soft copy of it as well with the NASFAT secretariat as well. But we need to have all these forms back by the 11th of April. The closure date for the forms for this investment is 11th of April. We want everybody to use the Ramadan. Those that can invest tomorrow, please write your check. The account number we're going to invest is also written there. The account number is a dedicated account with UBA by last King. You know, so please let's put our money there, but we need your forms. We need you to return the funds to us through our email or through the secretariat of NASFAT. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
If you want to see Allah Akbar, let's see Allah Akbar. And if you feel like I'd have loved to give him a round of applause, because one of the most tasking things you have to do is when you prepare something for more than 25 days and you have to come make the presentation in less than 5 days. And the truth remains that he has been there since morning. So we kept holding it on, waiting for people to come and home. That was awesome. Yes, thank you very much. God bless you. And if you check time, yeah? So it's important to ask questions. So let's take very few questions. Questions. We have the pamphlet. We have been going through it. I think we understand quite a lot. I have one right here.
That question.
I just go straight to the point. Dr. King, those that have been investing through TIL, I didn't rightly check in favor of TIL or in favor of who? Thank you.
So they're going to write a check. They're going to write a check. We are transferring all the funds to that singular account. Okay? So everything is going to be reconciled on a daily basis. So they will make the same investment into that last looking account, but it's going to be under Tafstan investment. Yes.
I wasn't very interested. I just want to comment that this is a refreshing development, and it is reassuring that it is coming from a very old, relatively old institution like NASFAT. So I was when that was started. And I want to, in my personal capacity, commit to 3 million naira, representing 1%. Guiding my siblings so we can meet the 5 million naira commitment, so that I'm complaining not involved. But I really think I'm excited. It's not often that we get interesting things, and I really hope that we achieve the goals as stated. Interestingly, almost by everybody, that the chief missioner spoke to the need to democratize our responsibility. Very interesting to hear. Mr. President spoke about being innovative in what we do, and giving an example. And it's so nice to know that some people started listening with their money. That's why I like that you reply to, without waiting. Really nice. I feel that blesses it beyond our imagination. And then also something interesting. This is really for the next generation. And the investment should be structured ideally that should be the spirit. I know to protect Islam beyond this generation, then we need to make this investment. So yeah, that's it. I want you to talk it. I will also be relaying this message of God, and I will encourage him to make his own investment.
Thank you very much.
Sorry,
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is a very loud said by NASFAT and NASFAT. But going straight to the point, my question is based on two factors. Are we bringing it out as a NASFAT entity or something to the world? And what I'm asking is that we have millions of community around the world, and NASFAT represents 70% of what we do as business. So if I have friends that want to invest in this country, maybe NASFAT is not a well-known global entity, and there are a lot of risks when it comes to shares and what have you. So what are the risk factors and what are the ways you're trying to mitigate their own risks, and how do you want us to sell it to other people? Is it going to be this circle and going to end here, or we're going to reach out to, because I was expecting a very valuable event and to have other zones represented in this space to cut across, because when we are doing it, it's easier for them to now push it to the branches and other places in NASFAT. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that comment. So I will just answer directly, and I'm sure our president will also say a word to this as well. So yes, we are selling this as NASFAT NASFAT. Okay. Today, NASFAT is a subsidiary of NASFAT. But we also understand the fact that NASFAT has a bigger branch. So in our flyers, we are having NASFAT beside NASFAT's name. So everybody in NASFAT needs to understand, just the same way we all own the Fountain University, we also have to own NASFAT. But we are leveraging on the name of NASFAT to ensure that everybody gets to sell this. Now, there's a comment which I think maybe our president would like to speak to, which is ensuring that everybody within the NASFAT community understands and participates. It's important. We're having a Zoom session on the 15th, that's going to cut across everybody, both the diaspora and everyone. We're going to allow them to also know what we're talking about. Next week, we're going to be at Asheshe as well, and we're also going to say the same, pass across the same message. But I will allow our president and the chairman to just say a few words on how to ensure everybody in NASFAT, all divisions and units of NASFAT, they own this. They see it as part of their each unit must fill the Form A, just like our brother just said it's going to be. But please, President, if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, youth representative here. One thing I want to assure you, what we've done here is just selective kind of gathering to break the ice. We can't break the ice in the whole show. And in the Ramadan, we're very careful. How do you get people across zones to come and sit down at this period? It's so tough for us to get that done during this Ramadan. But they have a way that we're going to do it. We started from the HQ today as a member. We now move here. They're going to Abuja, which is to tackle, and they'll move online to do across all locations across the globe. We have everybody will be represented to listen. However, Amabu will have the authority, the power for them to gather each of the zones if they want to talk, they want to know about, we'll get that done, and they will visit them. They can do it physically. We'll go in there and then talk to them. But we have short time because it's a private placement. And from what the consultant has said, we just need 50 investors to gather that money. So how will the whole NASFAT even invest the whole money? If we can raise the 300 million from TIL to become a good representative for us. So, but I think Marble consultant, Marble investment, with Marble Capital Advisors will do their best to ensure that we get, or who will not stop. The VP2 is here, as we was talking tomorrow, the member will go out to all the zones that they should come and invest in Marble. But getting this opportunity that we have, and I know they've recorded it, we had a recorded version at the member this morning. They're going to send it out to going over so that everybody could listen to it and invest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So what I'd love to hear, so I need like 1-2 more people to tell me that he also wants to fill it from A. You want to fill from A? From A. From A, no question. No more question. From A, going, let's two about people to fill from A.
The National Executive Council will fail as National Executive Council from A.
Interesting. So one more from A. We need one more. Women wing. Can we get it from A, from the women wing, inshallah? Yes, I trust them. We are going to pass this message to them, and inshallah, because like we will be getting it from A. Inshallah.
And I can show you that more forms of formula will come from this. I believe that will take
All right, alhamdulillah. So that's beautiful. And inshallah, because we are going to be recording a lot of positive and multiple results. Inshallah, like Dr. Liwali said, thank you very much. On this note, I also want to appreciate all the members of Stars of Landscaping Communications. Jazakumullahu khairan for all you've been doing and you have done. We pray that Allah set for your strides as an act of ibadah. So right now we're going to be taking the closing prayer. Even after the closing prayer, we'll check the time to see if it's time to break and fast, and you can break with your fruits while we use the back of the roll to say our prayers, and then we can break and fast together. Like I said earlier, it is also important for you to network, so you can greet your friends. You can meet Professor Tunde Akoni. He's a professor of journalism. You know what that means? And yeah, the NASFAT president, CN is here. In case you have never spoken with NASFAT's president, NASFAT, the chief missionary, he will give us the minute. Okay, so just 1 minute. Let's take a good messages from our Professor Tunde Akoni. And I want the representative of the women to get ready. 1 minute to good message. Thank you, sir.
Excellent. I was really glad to share. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I must say that it is a special pleasure, it's my special pleasure to be here today as one of the directors of Facilitating Communication. It's an initiative that we have been trying to grow, and we believe very strongly that the initiative has a great future. If anyone is in doubt, the main convincing, unique selling point that this initiative has is that to plunge headlong into this kind of waters. We have religious organizations all over the country. We have Muslim organizations all over the country. Some are older than NASFAT. Some other ones have sprung up after NASFAT. If NASFAT is coming up to say, oh, we have this idea that we want to sell to the rest of you, why would it be difficult for these older ones, the older and younger, to believe in an initiative that is being promoted by about the fastest growing Muslim organization in Nigeria? Let me recount the trajectory of the NASFAT sticker when NASFAT started in those days. And the brother that designed it, incidentally, is not only Muslim. So it's no longer a Muslim. Yeah, unfortunately. The sticker was just one of its kind in town. And every Muslim professional wanted to have it on the boot of some other strategic locations of their car. And the sticker became so much of the talk of the town that all the major newspapers and magazines in Lagos today ran special stories on just the NASFAT sticker. Inshallah, what became of the NASFAT sticker will be a child's play compared to what becomes the secret contribution.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. So, yes, professionalism to project that. So, while I invite the representative from the National Women Wing, mashallah, I have the honor to tell you that the Board of Directors of NASFAT Communications are also going to be filling from A, Tekbir. Inshallah, thank you. Ma'am, from Medan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So happy to be here. I'm representing our National Women Affairs Secretary, Engel Omomu. And I've just sent her the message, and she from A will come function and that very soon. So with all heard and all said today, we are all happy to be here, and I'm sure this lasting king will go places, inshallah. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, Mars.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, that's representative of National Women Secretary, and we appreciate the entire agenda because that's very beautiful for A. They have just given us the inshallah. We have the representative of the youth, who is also promising that inshallah we are also so this is that yes. Let us take closer you are so that you can call to prayer and then marry because it is time for it already. So let's the CM do closing prayer. So why the shower of Kubuana?
You can't allow for giving us the best of having in it. Yara plays our effort. Yara plays our effort. Yara plays our effort. Whatever you have left, you have to come and initiative. Yara take care of them better and take care of them.
My name is Hajimi Emasharon. I am the Amir of Abubakar Group of NASFAT. On behalf of my members, we will try our best to feel for him. My name is Kamal Bakari. I'm the Amir of the Now Group. People are still talking about our cow. It's okay. For this initiative, I do not have the power that the Amir for Abubakar has, but I will consult with my members, and I'm sure we will do something.
We will have the end of prayer now, but when we are going for ablution, let us make it soon, so that you don't be around here. I want to put your machine on
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله